Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another addition to the updates of the Fallout Coos Bay mod I've been working on. I'm going to start out with something a little bit different here. I'm actually in my testing world, the one that I use for creating different versions of buildings, and as a matter of fact, that's what I've been working on quite a bit. I've recorded this video probably about 30 different times now across the past few weeks, and I think I know what I'm doing at this point, so this might run smoothly for once. So what you're looking at right now are three different versions of the Tioga Hotel. Here's the original version. Here's the one that you're probably used to. And here's the brand new version. Now, I've done this with a number of buildings, and some of which have not been finished and may never actually be changed. And I've been porting them over to the other worlds. So if I do release the updates soon, you probably won't notice much of a difference in the size of the world, but everything is much more accurate. As you can see, there's different types of detailing and all sorts of different designs. This one right here, you may recognize. Actually, I doubt you'd recognize it. Nobody recognizes my work! This is the old Flanagan Event Bank building. I have talked about it previously. Used to sit on the corner near the Tioga, and here's the remodeled version. I'm much happier with a lot of these newer versions, and I've spent hours on end on each building. As you can see, there's the old East Branch. Here's the modern East Branch. And that's an LOD screen. It's not actually textured right. Over here, I have a few other testing buildings. Actually, before I get onto this, another thing that I have been working on lately is all sorts of kinds of scripting. Now, there's a lot of new NPCs that don't quite have dialogue, don't have quests yet, but they're scripted to move around. I've tested out with the nav meshing, so I have managed to make people move around, but I'm not quite to that stage yet. There's lots of activators for everyone to do, and very soon there will be a radio station. The reason I'm saying this, I'm cutting it in a little early, is because I'd like to play some of the music for you. You can go and see on my YouTube channel, there's a playlist of about 19 or 20 songs on there of what I'm going to use for Fallout Coos Bay. And I'm going to start out with the most fitting soundtrack, and it is The Cat from Coos Bay. Now, I'm playing this through my phone at not twice the speed, 1.25 the speed. So you get a little bit more to it. And I'm going to edit the songs a little bit. Over here is the buildings I've been working on a little bit, just kind of concepting, screwing around really, because I like to have fun sometimes. This is the local lighthouse that no one's allowed to get to because historical reasons and all sorts of other reasons. But it'll probably be a raider encampment. This right here is... I've been working on remodeling the bank because I'm not really happy with that one. This is the one that's across from the Chandler, or diagonal from the American building. Here is the Tioga right next to the new Koski building. I have always been very unhappy with the original Koski building. It's disgusting and lumpy and doesn't look anything like it. Here, you'll see many different versions, or not just different versions, but the exact same version. That's because some of them are solid models, some of them are still in individual pieces. Over here, I've been working quite a lot on North Bend. I can say quite a lot. This is the Citizen building. It was a bank for quite a while. Now it's an antique store. Over here is just a copy of the building. See, I have to create the building, copy it over, and then make it a solid model, because if you go around back here, you can see that a lot of the weird textures pop out. When you make it a static collection, it goes to the original textures, and that's kind of annoying. Something that takes me a long time to do is to retexture everything. So what I've been doing is creating brand new models to make the buildings out of. Another reason it's taking so long. This right here is the Oddfellows building across from the North Bend Hotel in North Bend. Over here is Books by the Bay. I'm very happy with how this one turned out. And another reason that I've been going back through and redoing a lot of buildings is because my workflow has changed quite a bit. My workflow and design choices. As you can see in here, there's a lot of weird stuff going on. And that's because there's just new techniques that I've been using. This right here is made out of many, many different walls right here. So that's how I get the different designs in. And here's the static copy. North Bend buildings do exist a little bit in the real-world game. Or not real-world game, the main accessible level that you guys are going to be playing. The real world that you will play, if that makes any sense. But it's not in its right spot. This is the North Bend Public Library. I don't think I'm going to have that one in there because, first of all, I'm not really happy with how this is turning out. Second of all, I think it was made in the 60s, so it's after the time cut. It's the North Bend, it's not the City Hall, it's the police station. And I'm still working on this one quite a bit. The designs are looking a little funky, so actually I've cut off from that. There is a section in Coos Bay area called Airport Heights. It's just houses upon houses upon houses, and it would be grueling for me just to make a whole bunch, so I'm going to burn it down like the bastard I am. But in the middle of that, I have put a little allusion to one of my favorite apocalyptic stories. It is the reason I should start writing things down. There Will Come Soft Rains. It's the one about the house that doesn't seem to really realize that its family's gone. It's been burned into the western wall. I don't have them in yet. But I've been working on the interior cell. That's another thing that I've been doing is interior cells quite a bit. NPCs. Just tons of different things. Here is the different versions of the Chandler. This is the original one, the one you're probably used to. These corners drove me crazy, just the spacing, the lining, the bottom, everything. Just big ruckus. Here is the remodeled version, and there's the static collection. Pardon me for a second. I need to drink more water. Yeah, you can see I've just done a lot of different designs on it, different windows, and retexturing everything. And now the roofs have been a lot different. See, before I was just kind of slapping everything together in a hurry. That's why things are a little sloppy. But now that I'm going through, I'm making sure to do everything correctly, nicely, and I'm very pleased with how it's coming along. I'm not going to talk about that. That's just screwing around over there. So, I have reason to believe that this whole area is done for being shown. So, let's go ahead and pop into downtown. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I'm playing it through YouTube, so you might hear a lot of ads. A lot of Oregon ads about the pipeline that really I don't even care about anymore. It's just, I was back and forth on it. My opinions don't matter though. DCL. I should probably turn this down. SGT M1. There we are. Oh, yeah, this was not decorated before. I've done some work. I'm going to back out of that. This has not changed too much. But now seeing them with their correct models, the better models, I'm very happy with this. I'm not happy with that. That's why I'm still working on it. This has changed a little bit. A few more citizens.
Never look a trapper in the eyes. They're something else.
Never waste your time with NPCs during recording. This is an NPC that I've been working on. She's going to be an ex-NCR Ranger that decided to settle down in Coos Bay and kind of help out. Going to be a police officer that this guy doesn't do. One that I'm really excited about is a new companion. His name is Addison. He has a real-life counterpart, and we're currently working on new ideas for him, new lines. We haven't recorded anything yet. He hardly even has any scripts. Addison's actually been playing a big role in helping me out. I've been recruiting a couple different people to help me out with designing things, because really, I just tinker around with removing grass and then putting grass between cracks. See, I waste my time on this right here. This took me about an hour. No one will notice this. But no, I'm getting help from a couple different people that are going to help me out with writing and storyboarding. I feel like I should do this myself, the physical game. This is just one of those projects that I wanted to do. But I'm getting a lot of nice ideas for writings and stories, and I'm hoping you guys are going to like it. As you can see, Coos Bay is coming together pretty darn nicely. I've been filling out quite a lot. Just things make sense. It feels more alive. And finally getting around to doing things like making log trucks and redoing everything. This seems real. If you look across the bay, you can see a little bit of east side over there. Yes, YouTube, I know. Lots of ads. Lots of very special ads. So, yeah, go ahead and check out, if you want to, the soundtrack for Fallout Coos Bay. We've been working pretty hard on that. A lot of that was Addison's work. If you do go over to East Side over there, just know there's nothing over there but a few boats and trees. I wouldn't waste my time.
Yes.
I'm not sure this. back a little bit. There we are. Lots and lots of little work, a lot of touching up. I'm really happy with how that turned out. And that was just kind of dropped in there. Oh, this spot I spent a few days on. There's the Fletcher building. That's probably what would happen if Mill Slough fell through. And just tedious work on pulling apart buildings. This right here is a fun story that happened a little bit of time before you came here. Let's just say somebody's parents are not very happy with them. But they're just happy that the kids got away from the Raiders. Who keeps leaving these gates open? Not too terribly much has changed over there or up over here. At least not that I can recall. I don't even remember what the world I uploaded looks like. A little bit like this, that's all I know. Let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit. I can't really remember which interior cells I've been working on most. Just stuff's been filling in a little more. I've got just set dressing. Trying to make it a little less empty in here. And yeah, I'm not going to go too much into detail, but I just wanted to let you guys know that the project's still going, and it's not quite dead yet. And there are a few things that you can just pop in yourself, and although there may not be a lot of physical changes to Fallout Coos Bay, there is quite a lot going on behind the scenes. And I appreciate all of your patience, and for everyone that's sticking with me.